Now to the latest developments on the attack on former President Donald Trump. Early this morning, the Secret Service identified the shooter as 20-year-old Thomas Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Law enforcement recovered an AR-style rifle at the scene. We know the gunman fired at least 5 shots. Trump was taken to a local hospital to be checked out before leaving Pennsylvania.
And this morning, former President Trump is safe at his home in New Jersey. It has been hours since what the FBI is calling an assassination attempt was made at his campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. I want to show you some new video this morning. It shows Trump getting off his plane at Newark International Airport late last night. You can see that he is walking on his own, waving at people waiting below the plane. He spent the night at his home in Bedminster.
In total, 1 spectator was killed, another was injured, and the apparent shooter has been killed as well. Elected leaders from both sides of the aisle are condemning the attack and sending thoughts and prayers to the former president. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Milwaukee, the site of this week's Republican National Convention.
Former President Trump is safe tonight after a horrifying moment, an apparent assassination attempt at his rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania. The former president writing on Truth Social that he was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of his right ear.
It just went pop, 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 pop. And then as I was staring straight ahead, I looked across and I didn't see anything, so I looked back at President Trump, and that's when he went down.
The U.S. Secret Service says it neutralized the shooter, who is now dead. 1 spectator was killed, 2 others critically injured. The Secret Service saying the shooter fired several shots from an elevated position outside the secured rally venue. The former president had just started speaking shortly after 6 when loud pops rang out. He reached for his ear and dropped to the platform behind the podium as Secret Service agents rushed the stage and surrounded him. Blood could be seen on his right ear running down his cheek toward his mouth, and he pumped his fist to the crowd as he was hustled to a waiting SUV. Former President Trump thanking law enforcement and offering condolences to the person who was killed and those injured. President Biden addressing the nation.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this.
As lawmakers and Americans from both sides of the aisle sent prayers for healing and for peace. In Milwaukee.
And now we want to show you a map of the location where former President Trump's rally was happening yesterday. Let's pull up here on screen for you. You can see the rooftop on which investigators say the gunman was able to set up and fire shots. The building is part of a manufacturing plant. This is near the Butler Farm Show grounds where Trump was speaking. It's a little less than 160 yards from the stage. For reference, that's a distance that we're told U.S. Army recruits must be able to hit a human-sized target to qualify for the M16 rifle.